You don't need permission to start a YouTube channel, but imposter syndrome is going to convince you that you do. You'll hear that voice that says, no one would watch me. I don't have anything valuable to say. I hate how I look or sound on camera. And besides, I don't have the gear. I don't have a studio. And just like that, you're stuck before I've even really got started. But here's the truth. You're not an imposter. You're just a beginner. And this video is going to help you take that first step without pressure, without perfectionism, and without needing anyone's permission. You see, imposter syndrome is quite sneaky. It doesn't always show up as, I'm not good enough. It actually shows up as logic. It actually sounds reasonable. But let me break down for you how it actually keeps would-be creators stuck. Number one, no one will want to watch me. You might feel like you're too boring, too awkward, or that you're just not interesting enough. But here's the thing. You're not trying to be for everyone. You're trying to help someone, one person. There's somebody out there looking on YouTube who has a question that you can answer. You don't necessarily have to be charismatic or well polished. You just have to show up with that intention to help. Number two, I don't have anything valuable to offer. This one hits hard, especially when you're not an expert. But what you're forgetting is that you don't have to be an expert to be helpful. All you really need is to be that couple of steps ahead of that person that you're trying to help. If you've managed to figure out something that someone else is still struggling with, then guess what? You have value to offer. You just haven't given yourself permission yet to believe that. Number three, I hate how I look or sound. Look, we've all been there, myself included. The first time that you hear your voice back on a recording is a pretty weird experience, but it's just your brain adjusting to seeing and hearing yourself the way that the world already does. And let's be real for a moment. Your viewer isn't watching your video thinking about your voice. All they're really thinking about, all they really care about is this video helping me? That's it. Number four, I can't afford gear and I don't have a studio. Ah yes, the classic YouTube trap. On YouTube, we see all these creators who've got nice soft lighting and fancy cameras and cinematic edits. And then we think, until I've got that, there's no point in even starting. But that right there is backward thinking. Gear isn't what's going to make your video good. What makes your video good is clarity and connection with your viewer. If you've got one of these in a quiet, well-lit room, then you've got everything you need to get started. So let's strip away all those myths and talk about what actually matters when it comes to making good content. Firstly, can you help someone with a problem that they have? Secondly, can you say it clearly in front of camera? If your answer to that is yes on both counts, then you're good to go. And the most important part of all this is you need to give yourself permission to suck in those first few videos. Forget perfect delivery. Forget editing. Just hit record and talk. Come up with a really clear hook for the first 10 seconds of your video that's going to give that viewer validation that they've made the right choice in clicking on your video. Nail that down and then just start talking. Just talk as if you would if you were talking to a friend in a cafe. And yes, just leave in the mistakes. That's what makes you human. That's what makes you relatable. And that's what's going to give you a connection with your audience. Here's a really simple way that you can record your first video and publish it today. Think of one problem that your ideal viewer might have that you can resolve. Then take your phone, hit record, and speak for 2 to 5 minutes on how you would fix that problem if you were them. Then don't worry about editing, don't worry about fancy music or fancy transitions. Just upload it to YouTube, give it a title, give it a thumbnail, and set it to public. And you're good. And then importantly, watch it back. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't want to watch this. I know it's going to look weird. I know I'm going to sound weird and it's going to be totally cringe when I watch this back. However, it's important. And I'm going to tell you why. Don't watch it as you, the person who's just created this video, but instead watch it from the perspective of your ideal viewer. And once you've done that, what did you like about the video? What didn't you like? And give yourself permission to be your biggest critic at this point. What made you want to keep watching? What made you think about clicking away? Ask yourself, did this help me? Ask yourself, does this person waffle on too much and not get to the point? Ask yourself, was the message clear? And did it relate to the title and thumbnail? Write down one thing that you took from that video that you would like to improve in your next video, and then apply it when you next hit record. And then all you need to do is simply repeat that cycle with each video and watch as your videos improve over time. Right, okay, it's time for a reality check. Your first few videos, they might get 3 views. They might get none. You might spend 2 hours in that process from start to finish and feel like it wasn't worth it because nobody actually watched it in the first place. And you'll feel like you're invisible, like nobody noticed. And sure, that can sting, but it's important to remember that that's normal. It doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong. It just means that you're a new channel and YouTube doesn't know what you're about yet. Everybody on YouTube starts invisible. But not everybody stays invisible, because some people keep going, even when it's quiet, even when it's thankless. And those are the people who eventually win. Once you start to get that external validation through comments and likes, that's where the confidence starts to pick up. And that's where the motivation to keep going really starts to kick in. You just need to keep putting in those reps to get yourself to that point. Okay, if you've made it this far, I just want to leave you with this. You do not need anyone's permission to start. You don't need to wait until you're confident to start. You start now, and the confidence will come after. Confidence is the reward for showing up even when you don't feel ready to. So here's what I want you to do. Save this video to a playlist called something like YouTube Motivation, or for when I feel like quitting, because you will have those days. And I want this video to be here for you when you have one of those days, so that you can watch it back and remind yourself that these early stages of your YouTube channel are slow. Sometimes you feel like you're not going to be seen. And if you're still watching at this point, maybe that's your sign to go and hit record. Go record that first video. Make a mess of it and upload it anyway, because you're not an imposter. You're just a beginner. And that's exactly where you're supposed to be.